Ding dong, Avon's calling. This should be sealed. Coming around, we're going to work our way counterclockwise. All home inspectors are supposed to render an opinion about the foundation. We've come up with those opinions several different ways. And I like to measure the floor, shoot it if you will, to find the floor height elevation differentials. Now, when you have this big of a footprint, some of the guidelines that I use, because I'm not an engineer, I don't calculate slope. So I don't know what spec is, okay? So I'm looking for no more than 2 inches of floor height elevation differential overall when I measure it, and I'm getting about 3. But again, on a house with a floor plan this wide, that's not unusual, and I'm not an engineer, I didn't calculate slope. But another measurement I use is no more than 1 inch within 25 feet, and I'm getting like 1 inch between here and here. Okay. And then I'm getting an inch difference, or as much as an inch difference over here. This is the guest suite between here and here. And since the house is new, we're just going to have to go with as built. It's as built. So keep on going. We're coming on in. And this is the living room. I'm not getting any power there. 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 Okay. Moves this. All the thermostats have been turned off. All the doors have been locked. The windows, I only opened 2 windows. I had to use a pair of pliers to do that. I don't want to mess up the threads here, but I wanted to get a look and see how the windows work, but I was limited in that regard. We do not have an electric receptacle outlet on this wall. That door is locked. The patio grill is beyond the scope of this inspection. However, that grill also has been decommissioned. The gas has been turned off to it, and the electricity has been turned off onto it, and it was turned off for a reason. There's no GFCI out here, I don't believe. I have to go back through my notes. And those are interior receptacle outlets. That's an interior receptacle outlet over there behind the, not exterior like it should be. Coming on in, this garden tub and the primary bedroom suite garden tub, they were not operated because the plumber fills it up to a certain level, wants us to stay at a certain level, and holds it. And I don't need to be interfering with his test. These are called foul lines, F-O-U-L. Okay, that's where all the germs and the bacterium and the cooties hide. Okay, the viruses. And then, instead of using the clips that came with the sink, I know clips came with the cooler. Alright, instead of using clips, on a lot of these lavatories and the sinks and stuff, I just use boards with little, just put a stick in there. Philip, we're going to the beer store. Oh, Doug, you're the fastest guy in the shop. I know. I'm getting a raise next week. That's the way we do it. GFCI receptacle outlets are not labeled as being such. They should have little labels on these ugly little labels that I peel off. Oh, there's no power there. No power here. Okay, it might be because we don't have a receptacle outlet here. And, you know, then, God, it's just excuse after excuse after excuse. Oh, this shower was fine. I ran this shower, excuse me. But I'll find another one. Commodes, everything goes down, supposed to go down. Fans are working. I'm interested about this GFCI though. The top rails and the bottom rails of the doors have not been painted, so they don't have a warranty. This is looking nice. Just turning off things as I go. I'm going to leave that light on there because I want to circle back to that on my way out. Coming along, we cannot get the refrigerator doors open. Okay, they will not. I don't inspect built-in refrigerators. Oh, that one opens. There's a data plate in here. Oh, I like to get the data plate if I can, but it doesn't look like it. Okay. Will that one? Will this open without that one? No, still won't open. Pantry. Now, details. Lots of details. We don't have electric receptacle outlet over here. These are not GFCI protected. Now these are interesting because the current code, probably not when the building permit was pulled on this house, current code says you have to have outlets on a landing that's wider than 12 inches on either side of a sink or appliance. But you shouldn't have countertop. No, you can have them on the walls. You can have receptacles there. It's here, you're supposed to have the outlets, but you can't have the receptacles. The new code is they want them to pop up. Looks like there was a choice for kick plates. So see a black kick plate. I see a lot of window screens out there. But we've got all these chrome kick plates. That's a wine chiller. This is an ice maker. There's ice in it. This is the trash. Yay! And this is a refrigerator freezer. This is kind of neat. You can put a warming tray here. It's kind of an interesting dining arrangement. And this is the great room, the family room, one of our luminaires. This right, left, make a liar out of me. Well, that's the right front. It just won't light for us. It's commercial range. Our vent hood has not been installed. There we go. Hello. These are GFCI protected. This sink also has a foul line. You can see the cooties, but the stick arrangement isn't so bad on this guy. Now it's a 1/2 horsepower food waste disposal, and you got to plug it in to turn it on. If it's a not a half, it's a 1 horsepower. And because it is a 1 horsepower food waste disposal, you shouldn't have a switch underneath here. The switch should be up on top someplace. And one way they can do that, they can put an air activated switch, drill a hole in the cabinet, and you've got a button up there. That's one way they can do that. We've got 2 dishwashers, and they're both just humming along. Okay, no power. No power. No power. No power. We do not have a hearth extension. And on all these fireplaces, they have slots drilled into the tubes. Slots are for natural gas. Drilling holes for propane. Those are the wrong kind of vents on the gas piping in all 3 of the fireplaces. This one has a key. I think the outside one doesn't. Moving on along. Primary bedroom. Door to the exterior. View of the lake. Couldn't ask for much more. I mean, that's pretty nice. Thermostat. This shower, like some of the showers, the drain has been sealed off and a grate has not been installed. It's not ready. They need to get that ready for me. I don't do their punch lists. I don't do their punches, and I don't work on things. You know, it's supposed to be ready for me, and of course it's not. You're going to want to make sure that the shower works and drains like it's supposed to. Hots on the left, colds on the right. Hots on the left, colds on the right. This is this other garden tub. And both of these garden tubs, by the way, I don't want to make a mess. I don't do no harm. But neither one of these garden tubs are secured to the floor. They move around a little bit. And I don't want to just prove my point, but I'm making waves. Okay, that should be more securely installed. And I was in here earlier, so you have to trust me on that. We don't have pulls on some of this stuff. Hots on the left, colds on the right. This is GFCI protected. That's GFCI protected. It's supposed to have the little notice posted on it. This is the primary closet. Primary bathtub commode. Again. And again, the top rails were not sealed, the bottom rails were not sealed, and that's even true on a lot of the cabinetry. If it looks dark outside or if I sound a little tired, this is really the last video of the day that I'm taking. You'll see it earlier in the report because I post them in the order of the report. In this video, since it has a lot of interior plumbing, I'll probably repeat this same video in your report. But having said that, I might sound tired because it's late and the sun's going down. And this is the time when I like to say thank you, dear client, and dear repeat client. You know, I've inspected a few houses for you, sir, and your trust and your business means the world. It means everything to my family. So thank you very much. And I'll leave that light on, and that'll take me into there, so I can remember to reset the GFCI. Or did I reset the GFCI? It'll usually be on the bottom floor. We already had power in the primary bedroom, so sweet. I don't know what's going on there, but let's just roll with it. Okay, hot's on the backwards, and then we're missing our escutcheon plates on all of our drain piping. Some of this cabinetry should be done a little better. Again, refrigerator is beyond the scope of the inspection, but I was able to open this up. I was able to get a picture of the data plate. This is the laundry. The 120 is not GFCI protected. The dryer, clothes dryer length is not labeled. We do not have a connection box. So when you slide the clothes dryer in there, it's going to wrinkle up your connector and restrict your flow. So there should be a box in the wall. The 4-prong electric receptacle outlet right there for your clothes dryer. It also is supposed to be GFCI protected. So that should be GFCI protected. That should be GFCI protected. The length should be labeled. You should have a box right there. He's just going after it, isn't he? Coming on up the stairs. Man, all these stairs are perfect except for 2 steps. And this one's a little shorter than the rest of them. Okay. And this handrail has an open end that you can catch your robe on and fall down the stairs, so you don't want to do that. This step is a little shorter than these. Those steps are perfect. We've got lots of videos inside of this room. And we got some other infrared video too, by the way, where I showed you some things. Okay, here's the bonus room. And the receptacles aren't installed. It's just drywalled in. It's just a rough in. So it's not much different than the attic. And again, I got an infrared video I'd like to share with you. It's got some spaces around here, some interesting anomalies. That's all cut for the can light access. Okay. We'll go up the perfect steps. Nice luxurious hallway. We've made comment about the roof. We've made comment about the water tables. I got my camera up in there. That flashing up in there looks a little weird. Right up in there, it looks a little strange. And I had my camera pulled. We'll see what comes of it. Here's another attic door. Here's another thermostat. This door is a slider because this is like a common area. Off. Okay. Door locked. These windows are not articulate. Of course, I didn't open but 2. But, not required if you have a door. So this would be the west bedroom. Oh, I did not check you. I did not remember checking you. Okay. Power and power. Again, the window latches. There's our standing ridge metal roof covering. It's got they've been using another window for access, and you can kind of tell from the traffic and paint and stuff. But the metal's okay, but if you look over here, you see the exposed nail heads. I got a whole video about that. Coming on along, this bathroom's kind of interesting because I can't turn the light on. Okay, I've got blue over here. I could not open this door. All right, it's binding, and I don't want to chip it. I do not want to chip this door. Do no harm. And the drain is sealed off, so I'm not going to run water. The drain hasn't been tested. Again, I see the door gasket is missing there. I'm not here to do your punch. You got to get the drain ready for me. I'll come up here, I'll run water. That's the way it works. So, and open the door as well. Again, the commodes, everything's pretty much routine. But what I did notice somewhere, and I'm going to off. This is the bunk room. We only have one electric receptacle outlet in this room. And these stairs are not 35 inches wide. They're taller than 11 inches. Okay, they're not 11 inches deep. They're taller than 7 3/4 inches, and they're not at least 11 inches deep. So these just don't meet any kind of a stairway requirement. They don't have a handrail. And, you know, they're, for lack of a better description, they're more akin to a ladder. And you got a bed up here, you know, forward bed. You can put a mattress. Sleeps for. You've got the handrail. Only one electric receptacle outlet. You do not want your company. You do not want your company to be too comfortable. They'll never leave. I got here your bunkhouse. You got the lake. They're not going to leave. They're, you know. So, but still, you're supposed to have more than one electric receptacle outlet in a room. I'd be interested about the square footage of this. I'm pretty sure it classifies as a residential room, sleeping room. I'm pretty sure about that. And then our sinks, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. We've been doing all this. Okay. This is the bathtub where I was able to actually operate that one. Your Rosetta is crooked. I could have swore I was missing a bathroom vanity mirror. Maybe not. This is the east bedroom. East bedroom suite. Oh, while we're at it, this door doesn't latch. Alright. We come down here. This door rubs in its jam. Come over here. This is the west bedroom. This door will not even close. It sticks so crazy. And we got smoke alarms outside of the bedrooms, but we do not have a smoke alarm up here in this common area, and we don't have a smoke alarm in the downstairs common area, and we don't have any. I cannot find them. I don't mind being wrong. Just tell me what a fool I am. I cannot find any carbon monoxide alarms. And one of these was chirping when it was up here. And upstairs is about the only place I could reach these buttons. I've got a little stick that I use, and they don't seem to be interconnected. That's allowable under two conditions. One, it's an existing home that was not wired that way. And two, the smoke alarms have permanent batteries. You cannot replace the batteries in those smoke alarms. You have to replace the whole smoke alarm. So this house is neither one of those things. It doesn't have that type of smoke alarm, and it's not an existing structure, it's a new structure. There's another plug. I'm so busy hitting the floor. You're locked. We had a good time out there with the fireplace earlier. That's the east bedroom. That's the mechanical closet right